Hey parents, wow, it's been a year, right? As students ramp back up to meeting in person and the hybrid model of learning goes away, there's this feeling that we're one step closer to what we remember as normal. Families where working parents had to juggle responsibilities at work along with making sure their student was also getting their virtual work done are coming to an end. And there is this loud collective sigh of relief. Other families enjoyed this sweet spot where hybrid learning was a great thing for their student. And while they understand going back to school full-time in person was always the goal, there's a year of treasured memories of a different rhythm. Many families are simply excited that their student gets to have some of the typical high school or middle school experiences again, like being able to go to sporting events or to cheer on their friends, or in high school planning an outing, hopefully like prom. One thing is for sure, it's going to take some time to get in the groove of doing this 5 days a week again, right? Students are coming home overwhelmed with just being around a ton of people again, and you might be wondering what you should do. I want to leave you here today with just a few things that may make the transition back to school more purposeful and also help you identify any issues before they get way out of hand. Okay, so there's 3 things here. The first thing is really simple. Be a student of your student. You know your son or daughter the best, so learn even more about them. Don't necessarily pepper them with questions, like you don't want to be an interrogator, but ask them how their friends are adjusting. It's easier sometimes for your student to talk about what their friends are feeling before they talk about themselves. So this means doing a whole lot of listening and asking thoughtful questions. It also means when those conversations go well, you can't freak out when you hear something alarming. It's really wise during this season to be alert to the signs of things like anxiety, depression, and fear. And don't hesitate to seek some help. Here's what you can rest in. God didn't make a mistake when He gave you the parenting role for your son or daughter. So lean into Him. So be a student of your student. The second thing is help them set boundaries so they get sleep. That seems simple, right? But one of the things that I personally loved about the hybrid schedule is that it actually allowed for students to get the amount of sleep that they need. Teenagers are nocturnal by nature, meaning that they come alive around 10 o'clock at night, right? It also means that it's easy for them to stay up to midnight. And on the flip side, it also means that there aren't many early risers among high school students. If they go to bed at midnight and get the 8 or 9 hours of sleep that they need developmentally, 9 a.m. became a pretty good sweet spot for them to start the day in hybrid learning. But now that they're back to the school year rhythm, you can help them by helping them set boundaries on things like their phone, their electronics, things like that, so that they can actually get some sleep. It really is, I think, that important developmentally. And finally, the last thing, and it might be the most important, be available. One of the things about parenting students is that you never know when teachable moments are going to happen. When the one comment leads to an extended conversation about their future, their relationship with Jesus, or maybe their boyfriend or girlfriend. Students will have those conversations somewhere. They will. But it's up to you to create availability at the right times. I mentioned earlier that teenagers, that they're nocturnal. Sometimes those conversations can get started right when you are exhausted and ready for bed. I would encourage you to fight for that relationship and for that conversation. I don't think you'll regret it at all. So those are 3 hopefully helpful things. They're simple, but I think it's things that we can do intentionally. So please know that all of us are praying for you often. You're some of our heroes, and we love to cheer you on as parents. We'll see you soon.